Don't miss the opportunity. You know, there's probably millions, I have no count, probably multiplied millions that would love to have the opportunity you're having this morning to sit under the power of God so rich. Half the world has no idea what's going on that you're being a part of this morning. I remember as a boy coming up in church, how many times in our services, God would just walk in and absolutely take over the entire service. I still look back on it in amazement of how powerful God is and how rich and pure and righteous His holiness is, and His grace is sufficient for all. What do you need this morning? What I know if I know anything about the book, every solitary soul in this room this morning has a need. God made it that way. There's no one under this roof this morning that there is not a need in your life. Are you willing to leave it and walk out this door and not receive it from Him? I would ask you another question. What would it take for you to give that need in your life to God and be free from it? God, that's His business, church. Young person, that's His business. Oh, Pastor, you don't know what I need. Oh, but God does. And if there is the thinking, the mentality in your life right this moment, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, God has a remedy for it. I don't know what it is. And I'm kind of glad I don't, because I might even start pointing people out. But I know there is a need in all of our lives. I've got needs that you know nothing about. You have them that no one else knows probably about them. What a wonderful opportunity this morning with the gracious God that you have. And if we are, again, as I say, about to celebrate the great resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ that has confounded the world from that moment to this moment. And all they have to know Him is faith in Him. The need in your life can be met by one thing, and that's faith that God can do it. Now you're going to say, I know, I've been there. I'm there with some things in my life now I do not understand. But here is the wonderful thing about it. Give it to God. Bring that need to Him. Give it to God. You say, well, it won't go away. No. But He says, told the Apostle Paul, I'll give you grace to bear it. I'll give you grace to bear it. Are you willing to take Him at His word? What have you taken God at His word about in your life? Anything? Maybe your future? Have you given Him your past? If you give Him your past, He'll walk with you through the future and in the future. What more would God have to do to get you to do something like trust Him? Just trust Him. Isn't that what He said? Trust me and obey. For there's no other way to be happy in Jesus. You know the old song. but to simply trust and obey. Is it physical? Well, we've seen God do miracles in this room in people's needs of their body, the needs physically. We've seen him do it financially here in this place. In fact, we just seen a wonderful example in our lighthouse laying on the ground out there. Fact is, you don't have to worry, guess anymore. I've got the check. It's here. What a miracle God has shown right before you. Well, what miracle do you have? He's still in the miracle business. Why don't you, this morning, come to him and trust him in whatever your need is? You don't have to scream it out to the world. You don't have to share it with anybody. If you share it with him and obey in what he wants you to do about that need. All this, if Mom and I could sit down with some, probably especially the young person. I know when I was your age, believe it or not. I know what it is to grow up. I will consider this, that I don't know what it's like to grow up in the society we have. I was more fortunate. I come up through the time that was a lot slower and a lot knowledgeable, more knowledgeable actually, of God. I mean, we could still have Bible studies in our churches and in our schools. And even I've stopped and listened to old-timey preachers preach on the sidewalk. You probably will never see that in this world again. God can do it again. He can take your life and change it as you want it. If you trust him, it'll be like he wants you to do. Or you could take your chances. Now that's a pretty good choice. Bring your cares to me, for I care for you. I wonder if we could just get a song. Get a song ready. I'm going to give an invitation right here. I don't know what time it is. Well, it doesn't matter. Would you stand with me, please? Bow your heads with me, please. The altar workers come. Bow your heads with me, please. I know probably before nightfall, they're going to say, "Did you hear what happened at Shiloh just a few hours ago?" Or it might be next week. You might say, "Let me tell you what happened at our church." I love it when he walks in. He's here this morning. You that are in need. The altars are open. Our workers are here to help you. We're going to sing an invitation song, and this is you're going to dismiss our service this morning. And here's what I'm going to let you do. You could do it right where you are. Right where you are. Or our altars are open to you. And our workers are here. They're not going to force you. I know them. They will probably come and ask you, can they help? If you need it, tell them. If you don't, you do what you want to do and need to do. I will even go this far. We will probably be one of the last gone at the end of our service. If you want to do it then, I promise you, we got plenty of deacons here that know how to talk to you and help you in all the problems that you've got. And they'll probably be around here for a while before we leave. There's your options. What will you take? With your heads bowed, please. I want you to think about you. You is the one I'm talking about. When y'all get ready.
Crimson love, price of life's demand, shameful sin placed on him, the whole